All right, I got a bit of a bummer story for y'all today, but it's not all doom and gloom. There are some positives, and there seems to be something going on here that just doesn't sit right with me. I could be missing something here, but it just feels off. One of the parties involved not doing what they need to do. But let's get to the top here. LSU safety Greg Brooks was diagnosed with a rare form of brain cancer, medulloblastoma. He had emergency surgery back in September. And the good news is they removed the tumor. They've just been waiting on the biopsy to confirm what it was. And they believe the cancer has not spread. So that's the good news. The tumor's out. The cancer has not spread, they believe. The downside is it's really affected his ability for speech and communicating. The tumor was located between his cerebellum and his brainstem. That's not great. That's a very, very tender area, man. So it's affected his ability for speech and communications, and he's got a long, long road ahead for rehab and to get back to where he needs to be. So the good news is it seems like he's going okay. He's trending towards the right direction. But first and foremost, this is a blow to the LSU program, not only from an emotional standpoint, but from a play point. Brooks had started 14 games for the Tigers last year. He'd played in 2 games this year, transferred over from Arkansas as a fifth-year senior guy. He was a captain for the team last year, but they got it taken care of. Chip Kelly said he had been suffering from vertigo in the offseason, so there were signs and symptoms. Luckily, they got there in time. They took care of this. But here's where this situation seems to not sit right with me. So the LSU athletic department, the football team, the fund, the university are launching a fund for you to go ahead and donate to help cover the medical cost and the future rehabilitation and stuff like that Brooks is going to have to go through. Here it is right here. I will put a link in the description, but this doesn't seem right to me, folks. What's going on here? Why is LSU soliciting donations for this? They should be footing the bill. What are we talking about here? This is a program that generated the 6th most money athletics-wise. They had $6 million in net profits this past season. So that's $6 million the athletic program generated, covering all costs. That's just profit right there, $6 million. Back to the university. They have nearly a $700 million endowment as of 2021. This is a massive university that has a ton of money. Why are you soliciting donations for people to donate? Now, I guess if you're going to have to do that, there's a large LSU community, but somebody should just be picking up the bill. The school should be picking up the bill. He's an athlete in the school. He's under scholarship for them. What's going on here? I thought they covered the medical care. I thought that was part of the deal with being on the football team. Your medicals are covered. I just don't get this. What is LSU doing here? This feels like really shoddy, really cheap. Now, I do expect there's a million NFL guys. There's a million rich LSU donors. He's going to be taken care of. We're going to get this paid for. But this feels super low. This feels super scummy from the university. I was looking, am I missing something here? Why is this even an option? Why are you putting out a fund for people to donate to? Cover the bills. I don't get this. Take care of your student athletes. He's on scholarship. He's on your team. You generated $6 million in profit last year. The least you could do is cover this kid's rehab and surgery cost. I'm sure the medical insurance, you got some sort of medical insurance on the football team. I know players aren't paying for their ACL surgeries if they go out there and injure themselves. I don't see why this would be any different. He had a bad break. He caught cancer. It was treated. I just don't get this. I'm not worried about this kid. I'm praying for him. Everyone should have thoughts and prayers. I think he's going to be all right. His bills are going to be taken care of. But this is just cheap from the university. You're the 6th largest athletic department revenue-wise. You spent the 5th most amount of money. We don't have to talk about that. You still made $6 million just on athletics alone, let alone what you're charging for tuition, what you're making. You're making money hand over fist. Let's not act like these universities aren't printing money. There's a reason why boards and everything and tuition costs and all this have gone through the roof. The least thing you could do is take care of one of your student athletes. Now everyone's going to be like, Peter, where does it end? Where does it end? Why aren't they taking care of every student? I don't know, but there seems to be a special type of relationship with a scholarship athlete and other students. I'll admit it. They bring in a shit ton of money for the school. I didn't generate any revenue for my school. My football team sure as hell did. This just feels really, really weird to me. It doesn't sit right with me whatsoever. I don't get this. Why is LSU doing this? Chip Kelly, you're making like $10 million a year or some shit. Go cover this. Like, what is going on here? I'm sure it's expensive. I'm sure there's a lot of BS. We don't have to get into a discussion about the American medical system here. But this is not a small school. This is not a cheap program. This is LS freaking U. What are you guys doing? This is a bad look for the university. This is a bad look for the Tigers. There should have been no question here. I know he's going to get the bills covered, but this shouldn't have been an option. I'm really disgusted with the university right now. Now, I could be wrong. Show me otherwise where I'm missing something, that this is not what I think it is, where they're just soliciting donations and they're not covering this kid's cost. Now, it's gonna get covered by the LSU alum because they're awesome people. It's gonna get covered by random people because there are good people out there. But this is just trash, man. LSU, I've always not thought super highly of you, but you've been a gold standard in college football for a long time here. But man, this is Bush League crap. I don't like it. They should backtrack this up and say, hey, we're sorry, we're refunding the money. You know what? We're going to put this in a fund for this kid that he can get after that because it doesn't look like his football career is going to get back on track for this. So maybe we'll set this aside for a fund for after football or something like that. But we're going to take care of the medical bills because that's the right thing to do. That's what they should do. That's what LSU needs to do. In fact, everybody who agrees with me, go out there and tweet at LSU, call them out for this nonsense, because this just feels like Bush League crap here. Take care of your student athletes, folks. Take care of them. I don't get this. This just really kind of pissed me off. But the good news is Brooks had the cancer removed. It doesn't look like it's spread, and he's on the road to recovery. So thank God for that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm interested to hear your opinions on this. This story's got me charged up more than normal. Again, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Share this video with your friends, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.